The terminology means some of the words that are used in mashallah. Two types of makruh. How many makruh? Two. How many types of sunnat? Two. Which one? Muakkada,
Gair
and
muakkada.
muakkada. Emphasized, not emphasized. Now here we're looking at makruh. There's two types of makruh.
Normal makruh and makruh tahrimi, that is close to haram.
That's why you said normal and the abnormal makruh. Yeah. So normal makruh, which is makruh tanzihi. If you can remember this word, inshallah, you're gonna get a special prize. Makruh tanzihi. What is it?
Makruh tanzihi.
Tanzihi means it's makruh, but it's not that strict. Yeah. And makruh tahrimi is the makruh that is strictness. Where, for example, if you talk in your salah, that's makruh tahrimi. You will have to repeat your salah again. Makruh tanzihi, if you look around with your eyes in your salah, but you don't move your head, that's makruh tanzihi. It's not good, but it won't break your salah. Okay? So these were just a few terminologies that we used. Now we're going to go straight into the course, inshallah. Now remember, when we offer our salah, there are certain things that we need to make sure. There are 6 conditions of salah, or we call them the 6 sharaid, the precondition. Without these 6 things being done before, you cannot offer your salah. So number one condition of makruh tahrimi is about your the condition is that I think I won't need this. It keeps slipping up. Just use this one. Brilliant, mashallah. Okay, so what we're going to be learning today is about najasat, about purity. Who thinks wuzu is a must for namaz? Nah, mashallah, brilliant. It's not.
What?
Wuzu is not. You might be thinking, what's he talking about from? Yeah, wuzu is not a must. You can have a ghusl. You can have a shower. You don't have to do wuzu. You can have a shower and read your namaz. But cleanliness is the most important thing. Cleanliness, purity, and inshallah, that's what we're going to be learning today. So hopefully, inshallah, we're going to be going through a few very important things. Number one is about cleanliness. It's called najasat. What is it called? Najasat is to keep your body and the place of worship and your clothes clean. This is a condition in salah. So what are the 3 conditions? Keep your clothes clean.
Clean your body.
Your body clean
and cleanliness.
And
Place should be clean.
yeah. So where we are going to offer our salah, that has to be clean, my body has to be clean, and my clothes have to be clean. So these are 3 important things that I must look at. For example, if I was to offer my salah, my clothes were not clean. Yeah, my salah, maybe I have to repeat it again. It depends how bad it is, and we'll explain that as well, how bad it will be. So maybe you'll have to wash it. So the first thing is about najasat. There's 2 types of uncleanliness. There's 2 types of najasat, okay? The first type of najasat is haqiqi.
Haqiqi.
What is it?
Haqiqi.
Once more.
Haqiqi.
Haqiqi is that what you can see. For example, if I've got blood on my clothes, that's something that I can see. So that is najasat haqiqi. What is it? Yeah, if you tell me the proper word when I ask you a question, you'll get a gift, inshallah. And the biggest gift, you know what this phone is?
Fold. A Galaxy Fold.
And I'm willing to give you this Galaxy Fold for 1 minute. I don't normally have these offers on, but only for today, okay? So, najasat haqiqi. What is najasat haqiqi?
If you have blood on your clothes and you can see
Yeah,
it.
so something that you can see, which is najasat, uncleanliness, okay? The other one is najasat hukumi. It's a hukum, but you can't see it. For example, we do not know who has wuzu, who doesn't have wuzu. You doesn't say it on the forehead. It's more than a dirham, and you've read your salah. What do you do? Yeah, you don't have to, but it's better to still offer yourself. Let's move on. So we know about the impurities. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to be learning is about how to wash the impurity. So yeah, you've got the impurity. How do you wash it? Now sometimes what we normally do, if I've got blood on my clothes, yeah, I just take it off and say, Mom, put it into the washing machine. And Mom will put it into the washing machine, she'll wash it, and all the other clothes will become impure. Why? Because you have to wash that impurity before you wash it and put it into the laundry. Yeah, there's a system that we have to follow. You must make sure that you wash that impurity. Now there's a few different ways that you can wash that impurity. I have to sit on a chair, I'm getting old now. As you see, I'm 100 minus 45.
100 minus
55, sorry.
55.
Okay, this is excellent now. So now we're going to be learning how to wash the impurity. Okay? Now there's a few different ways that we can wash the impurity. The first way to wash the impurity is that you wash it under the tap. That's the easiest way. So for example, if I've got blood on my clothes, it's easy. All I do is I don't need to cut it. If you cut your clothes, your mom's gonna cut your throat. Yeah? So make sure you don't cut your clothes. So what you do is you put it under the tap, you wash it, and you just look at it. There's three things that you must make sure. How many things?
Three.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you smell it? Can you feel it? Yeah? Blood, obviously, you won't be able to feel, but you'll be able to see the blood. Sometimes blood, you can't smell it as well. So now if I'm washing the clothes, and I think to myself, can I see that blood anymore? No, I can't. Now when you wash it under the tap, you just have to wash it once. You don't have to wash it 3 times or 1,000,000 times. Just put it under the tap. Why? Remember this magic thing. Why do you have to just wash it once? Because the water is flowing. The water is flowing. So what you do is the easiest way. Put it under the tap. Make sure you clean it properly. You can take it off if it's a jacket or your kameez. Take it off and make sure that you wash it. And you can put soap on it as well. You can put Head and Shoulders shampoo on it if you want. Yeah, it's up to you guys. But make sure, then what you do is once you wash it, you rinse it. Yeah, you rinse it. Once you've rinsed it and you look at it, I can't see the blood anymore. I can't smell it. I can't feel it. What is it now? Pure. It's pure now. It's clean. So you can read your namaz. The other way that you can clean it, if you put it into a bucket. Who has a bucket at home? MashaAllah. Okay? So if you have a bucket at home, and just imagine that I have my clothes, my jacket here, it's impure, it's got blood on. So now what I do is I put it into the bucket. Now obviously what will happen is you have to fill the bucket with water, put the jacket in there, and then what you need to do is you could leave it there. Once you take it out, can you see the blood?
No.
Can you feel it?
No.
Can you smell it?
No.
Is that water running? No. So now what you have to do is you have to rinse it and put it back into the bucket again with new water. You have to let all the water go, put new water in, put the jacket back in again after you've rinsed it. Now you take it out, you rinse it again so that no water is dropping. Then you do it the third time. Yeah, you put it into the bucket, leave it for a while, take it out, rinse it. Every drop, you can't rinse it anymore. Now that jacket is become pure. So you can wear it and you can offer your salah, it's become pure. So did you see the difference?
Yeah.
One was flowing water. You don't have to do it 3 times. You just do it once. But with the water that is not flowing, We know what type of acid and when we. So please keep that in mind, and we're going to move forward now. Okay, there's a few types of water. 3 types of water.
Pure water, impure water.
Walk one, bro, chill, man. Yeah. So there's how many types of water?
3.
3. First type of water is pure water. What can you do with pure water?
Clean.
You can drink it, you can make tea with it, you can freeze it and make a lollipop with it, that's up to you.
You can do wuzu.
Yeah, so you can do wuzu with it as well. So that's what you call pure water. The next water is going to be musta'mal. What is it called?
Musta'mal.
This word could be in the question to win the grand prize. To hold my phone for a minute. That's the grand prize. Okay? Now, it's called musta'mal. What is it called?
Musta'mal.
Musta'mal means used water. What does musta'mal mean?
Used
Water. Like for example, I have washed my clothes or I have done wuzu, yeah, with the water, and that water that I have touched or that has touched my body now is called musta'mal water. I cannot wash my clothes with it, so I cannot perform wuzu with it again. Yeah. So if you got water in your home in a bucket and you put your hand into it, now as soon as your hand touches that whole water and your hand was not washed, the whole water has become musta'mal, has become used water. Okay, so you can't not use that for wuzu again. You can still wash your clothes, you can give it to the plants, you can give it to your pet cat or your pet birdie, whatever, rabbit, whatever you've got, because you're not allowed to have dogs here. So that's what you call musta'mal water. The third type of water is called najis. Najis means impure. Can someone give me an example of an impure water?
Water with blood in it.
So yeah, and
Water with dirt.
water with dirt.
Water with chemicals.
Yeah, which is depends what type of chemical. Some are haram chemicals, good, yeah. Sharab, yeah, alcohol, or you call it liquor, don't you? So anything with haram things inside, that's najis. You cannot use that water to perform wuzu anymore. Why? Because it's impure water. So how many types of water?
3.
How many types of water? 3. I just got my hand up, that's all. How many types of water? 3. Which one? Musta'mal water.
Impure.
Excellent. Excellent. Now let's move a bit further now. Now with water you can either do wuzu or you can have a shower. You can do ghusl. Okay? Now let's go through the wuzu part of it. Okay? Now wuzu is one of the ways that we can clean our body. Not the only way. One of the way that you can clean yourself to get ready for salah. There are 4 farz of wuzu. How many farz of wuzu? 4. Does anyone know the 4 farz?
Washing your face from the top to the bottom and
From the top of the roof to the bottom of the
from the top of
or
your
top of the
face,
forehead, sorry.
and then to the bottom, and then from the side, from your ear until the other.
MashaAllah.
And then the next one is washing your hands from the fingertip up to the elbow.
Excellent.
Or a little bit more. And then the third one is to do masa with 3 fingers. Bring 3 fingers.
How
back.
many water? How much area of the head?
1/4.
1/4.
1/4, 1/4, yes. And then the last one.
And then last one is washing your feet from here till until
Your
your
ankle. Yeah, not your uncle, your ankle. You don't need to wash your uncle. Okay. Now, these are the 4 farz of wuzu. Why are there 4 farz of wuzu? Because that's what's mentioned in the Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O believers, idha qumtum ila salah, when you stand up for salah, faghsilu wujuhakum, wash your face, wa aydiyakum ila al-marafiq, wash your arms, wamsahu bi ru'usikum, wash your head, wa arjulakum ila al-ka'bayn, and wash your feet. So these are 4 things that have been mentioned in the Quran. Whatever is mentioned in there, remember what you're doing salah, that's not fun. Could be out of the fold of Islam because he's denying one of the important things that Allah has mentioned in the Quran as well. So how many types of, how many farz of wuzu? Four. Please remember these 4 farz of wuzu. Now the next, there's loads of sunnahs in wuzu. There's about 12 sunnahs in wuzu, but we'll miss them because we want to go forward because we need to finish by Attari time. Okay. There's mustahabs of wuzu, that those things that you can do in wuzu, you get rewarded for that. But I want to mention some of the makruh things in wuzu, okay? Makruh means discouraged, disliked. Now these are makruh tanzihi, the lesser part of the makruh. Number 1 is, when you wash your face, don't blow. Yeah. Have you ever sat with someone who is doing wuzu? He is doing wuzu, but he's giving you a shower. Have you ever been in that situation? Yeah. I was doing wuzu once. Allah, you're giving me a shower, man. What's happening here? Yeah. So again, you need to make sure when you are doing wuzu, you don't throw water all over. Now there could be 2 things. If you give someone a shower, he might say, "What are you doing?" Or his hand, his fist will kiss your nose. And if that is the case, your nose will start to bleed. Okay? So those things that are makruh is, for example, to blow whilst you are washing the face, or washing the face with one hand, or doing kulli with the left hand, cleaning the nose with the right hand, doing masa with one hand. These are some of the things that are makruh. Your wuzu will still be done, it still be valid, but it's not the right way to do it. Now, those things that nullify, that break your wuzu. There's a long list of things that break your wuzu.
Farting.
Yeah, so breaking wind.
Using the washroom.
Yeah, so if you go to the toilet.
If your body is not all wet.
If your body?
It's not wet, like all of it's not.
Okay, yeah.
If you're bleeding.
If you're bleeding. Now remember, if you're bleeding just a bit, the blood's not flowing, your wuzu is not broken. But if it starts to flow, your wuzu will break. Yeah?
Well, also if you're doing wuzu, like you're doing kulli, and then like you spit out the water and there's blood coming out.
Yeah.
If you keep on doing wuzu, the wuzu won't be valid and you're gonna have to.
MashaAllah, excellent. So now, if you spit here and there's more blood than water, then your wuzu will break. Why? Because there's more blood.
Sleeping.
Yeah, now it depends. If I'm sat here and I go to sleep, will that break my wuzu?
Yes.
No.
No. Unconsciously.
Ji?
Deeply. Sleeping deeply.
I can't sleep deeply. If I sleep deeply here, I'll be on the floor. Yeah, because your body will not be in control. But if I'm sat here, that means my body is still controlling me to sit upright. Yeah, so now my wuzu will not break. Even if you are traveling in a car. I was traveling in a car, on the way here, I was sleeping for a while and they woke me up. But because I was sat on a seat, yeah, and I wasn't, deeply, on there, my wuzu did not break. Okay, now the other way your wuzu will break is if you lay down, or you for example, you're sitting on a chair and you lift your legs up and you go to sleep like that, that could break your wuzu. Okay, so mashallah, excellent. So let's move to the next thing now. Now these are all the ways that your wuzu will not break and your wuzu will break. Can you see that? No. Yeah? So number 1, if you can't see it, you'll have to come to the front. Oh, I'll do that. Okay? So listen, if you sit like this, your wuzu will not break. If you sit like Attahiyat, your wuzu will not break. If you sit like that, your wuzu will break. If you sit like that, your wuzu will break. Okay? So these are, because why? You're not firmly sat on the ground. Yeah, that will break your wuzu. Now, if you sleep laying down, that will break your wuzu. And if you sleep, if you sit in a squatting position, that will also break your wuzu. So now, do we know how and when the wuzu will break?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Now let's move on. because like I said, we need to finish before. Now, now just imagine there was a little pin that snipped me and I was bleeding here and I put a massive whopper plaster on. Do I need all this part to be covered?
No.
I don't, because the bleeding is there. So what you need to do is just put a little plaster on. If someone puts a massive plaster on, you have to take it off, wash that part, and then you can put it back on. If you put it back on again, it's not going to stick to your body. So do not put a very big bandage on if you don't need to. Or else, okay, there's one way. For example, you break your arm, what do?
They put a big cast on.
Yeah, they put a cast on you, they put a pot on you, we call it a pot. Answers, yeah. The mega prize. Have you ever heard of an iPad 7th generation? I'll give you for 2 minutes. I don't normally do that, but on a good day I might be lucky. Okay. So now, if you are naked, for example, you've had a shower. Now obviously most people in the real world, they put the clothes on after they had a shower. I've never seen people with clothes on having a shower. It just, beats this objectivity. So now if you're having a shower and you put your clothes on, some people think that when you put your clothes on, now you have to do wuzu again. You don't have to. Okay? The other thing, if you are naked, for example, if you want to change your clothes, you go into your room, you take your clothes off, you put new clothes on, it doesn't break your wuzu. Okay? It doesn't break your wuzu. Okay. Now, each time you go, you break wind, do you have to do istinja again? No, you don't have to, because you didn't go to the toilet, so you don't need to do istinja again. Saying the word pig. Oh my God, I've said it. Some people think if you say the word pig, that breaks your wuzu.
No.
It doesn't. It's a bad thing where you shouldn't be saying it anyway. But the word pig is being mentioned in the Quran as well. وَلَحْمَ الْخِنْزِيرِ. Khinzir is the pig. But if you don't read, if someone says وَلَحْمَ and you don't read it and you move on, have you finished the Quran?
No.
Now you've got one word left. So saying the word pig does not break the wuzu. Okay? Touching a dog.
That breaks your wuzu.
That breaks. Are you telling us? You want to say here then? No, it does not break. See, if you tell people wrong things, they'll believe that, and you will get the guna from that.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. No. So if you have a dog, which you shouldn't have a dog. If you have if you see a dog and the dog comes to you and it touches its body with your clothes, your body is still part because there's nothing there.
What if you didn't accidentally touched it, like you actually touched it, like you wanted to?
That's fine. You can stroke a dog if you want. So make sure you wash your hands before you eat. So again, you can stroke a dog, but you have to wash your hands. But now the thing the thing I wanted to tell was, if the dog, in the Western countries, people who own dogs wash them 10 times a day. So they're more than clean, but there's one thing that is not clean in a dog. Not the tongue, the
Saliva.
The saliva. If a dog comes and starts kissing your feet, oh master, and starts kissing your feet. Now, if there is saliva on your clothes or anything, you have to wash it. Without that, you can't offer your salah.
What if your skin?
If it's the skin, then there's nothing on your clothes. It doesn't matter. Yeah, the dog's body is not is something that is impure unless there's impurity on it. Where I say it's only the saliva that is impure. Sorry, you had a question. That was other thing.
Yeah.
Aisha?
Yeah,
man.
Saliva on clothes. Like I'm a male man,
Ji.
and I get a lot of occurrence with dogs, right?
Females do as well.
So what do you do after that? Like, well, then I can't even pray or anything. But do you need to wash your clothes for 7 times or something like that?
No, not 7 times. Again, because remember, the saliva of a dog is impure. The saliva of a dog is impure. If there's more, again, you look at that. Is it more than a dirham? Is it the same size as a dirham? Is it less than a dirham? Yeah, if you look at your clothes and there's only a little bit of saliva, then that's fine. Your namaz will still be valid. But if it's a law, the saliva is a lot, then obviously you have to wash your clothes. Or the other part is you cut your clothes. Or you look a bit odd with your clothes cut. So you have to wash it. Now again, what if there's no water?
Change it.
What if there's no water? What do you do? Yeah, then what you do is you have to offer your salah because the time is finishing, and then when you go home, wash it, but you have to repeat that salah again. That's what you call, usko kya kehte hain?
Qaza.
I'ada.
Yeah.
I'ada kya kehte hain? Repetition. You have to repeat your salah. But that salah you read, your clothes were impure. There's no good because there was no water. In that state, your clothes are clean, you just have to repeat your salah again. It doesn't matter when, your salah will be valid.
Do we just have to wash or we have to do our wuzu again?
Does your wuzu break with a dog touching you?